Welcome, everybody, to Let's Talk, the Todd Worsham Show. Welcome to Thursday. Oh, yeah, it is Thursday. I know I'm a day late. Usually I do this on Wednesdays, and it's usually out there Thursday, but oh, working too much right now, and heat's been getting to me. Probably my age. I just can't handle the heat here in the desert anymore. I love living here, but I just can't handle the heat anymore. Looking about moving up into the mountains maybe or something. Pack it up, moving out of the valley and going to high country and spend the rest of my life just fishing every day. Dream on. It's my dream. Anyway, so first thing I want to do. Oh, today's episode. I'm sorry. What's next? First thing I want to do is correct something from last week's show. I had made a comment, I believe, about the primary elections that the results weren't out, and I have to say that I stand corrected. Um, I corrected myself. I actually found that they actually were released, and the funny thing, it's actually funnier almost actually, because to make it to the primary, you have to fall within the first top three, and Mr. Biden, I believe, was fourth or fifth in one and fifth and sixth in the other. That's the Iowa caucus, and I can't remember the other one. Maybe South Carolina, North Carolina. At any rate, he lost them both, so he had no rights to move on. And I do know this: Kamala Harris didn't get a single vote. So to kind of pick up from last week on that, because it all falls into what's next. So now we have a person who's running for president whom nobody voted for. You can't make this shit up. It's like I'm sitting here laughing, but in reality of our country, it's not a laughing matter. Um, in my opinion, and I'm not trying to fearmonger, because that's what both sides do. They make you hate the other side or make you fear the other side, or the other side's going to do this, the other side's going to do that, whatever. They're both fucked up. At any rate, um, yeah. So basically, the way I see the election is either we want to go towards socialism and indoctrinating your children into sexual, uh, I don't know, sex changes, transitions, sexual transitions, I guess would be, I don't know, whatever the word of the day is that they have over there. I don't know. But at any rate, I'm personally not down with this. I personally do not believe that children should be indoctrinated on any form or any level, either way, on anything. I believe that children should grow up and be able to experience things and intake things and not be um, influenced by outside things. I think they should be able to start making up their own mind and coming to their own conclusions and researching things that are important to them. That's what I would teach. Not you feel like a girl today. Okay, well, come in tomorrow. We'll start giving you these pills, but don't tell your parents. Right. So, and the only reason I'm kind of talking about this is because I saw a thing on X the other day. Oh my god, I forgot what it's even called. Something's clam. So it's about this girl who's growing up in puberty, and they're calling it a clam. And next thing you know, one clam's playing with another clam. And this is like kindergarten books, first grade. Oh my god! And if you read these books that are out and you cannot come to a conclusion that your children, no child, should be reading stuff like that, I would personally say that you have mental issues or you have psychological issues or some kind of crap. Um, because to indoctrinate children and to confuse them sexually, in my opinion, is evil. That is probably one of the worst type of manipulations you could ever do to anybody, is try to have them change their sexual orientation. That's insane. I mean, I don't know what kind of experiment this is, but in my eyes, um, we're either looking at a world with an open border. Everybody just comes into the country, chaos, crime, free for all. And with the border open, I can't understand or grasp the reality of how we're ever going to get our society under control and get our freedoms back. Because as long as the border's open, we don't have freedom because people can come in and take anything from you anytime they want to. So you're not free anymore. You're imprisoned by these peoples. And don't take my word for it. Go on CNN and MSNBC and go on Fox and wherever you want to go. Just go to them and you can see the havoc that these groups, Antifa, BLM, and now the murder and rape rates among illegal immigrants is skyrocketing, higher than it's ever been in our country's history. I mean, that's what happens when you let in, I don't know, Trump says like 17 million, but I can't believe that. I'd say it's probably more like 10, but whatever. I mean, the number doesn't matter. The number isn't the point. The point is it shouldn't happen. Our country has laws. And one of the laws is you cannot enter our country illegally. That's a law. This isn't something conspiracy. So when you open the border and you let people flood in, they're all breaking the law and they should be jailed. They actually should just be returned. It was, well, first of all, the wall should have been finished and we shouldn't even be dealing with this crap. But, it is what it is. And then the other side I look at, whether you like Trump or not, doesn't, I mean, it may matter to you. But the way I pick my representative is by what their actions are in the past, what they've proven to do, what they've proven not to do. I listen to what they say. What's the old thing? 40%? I listen to 40% of what you say and watch 60% of what you do, something like that. But that's how I look at it. So yeah, I don't like Trump's mouth sometimes, and yeah, he says some stupid shit. Yeah. But all I know is my bank account was bigger. Work was more. There was more work out there. Things were just flowing very well. The whole country just seemed to be running better. People were a lot happier. I mean, just go anywhere any day today, and people are just not in a good mood. It's just, and it's unfortunately it's contagious. A frown, is a frown, and a smile is a smile. So, and I'm a happy-go-lucky person, and I'm always being mocked for how much I laugh because I take life seriously, but I don't. I mean, I just I don't know. I like to enjoy my day, and I don't like work to be work. I like work to be fun. I like it to be something that I like doing, and I have fun doing it. So I'm happy, and I'm happy. There you go. But at any rate, right now I'm not happy. My bank account's drawn out. I'm going into debt, and my company's closing. I just learned. So yeah, a little stressed, but it'll be good. God will take care of me. So always does. But anyway, so I shouldn't talk about myself. I don't like doing that. So that's the way I see it. We're either going to go one direction where we go like into this weird, like, was it Roman, the fall of Rome, when everything went into like bisexuality and homosexuality, and it just got all weird, and people were on all types of drugs, and they were wined out, and the society was pretty messed up, and we're getting there. And I'm hoping that there's enough good people still left to hopefully not let this happen anymore. But not the fear monger, but it's just, I don't know. I have faith in mankind, so I think we're going to pull through this, and then hopefully the awakening will be happening, or some people call it the rapture. I could probably talk about that on another show. Actually, I got to get a little bit more prepared for that. Have some notes, better notes. But Yeah, I mean, when the rapture happens, in the because we're actually, I know I'm getting off. I know I'm totally getting off point here, but I just have to say this because it's so cool. Right now, our galaxy, our solar system, or galaxy, or whatever, is moving through a part of the universe right now where the frequencies have changed or changing, and they're going to change up to a higher frequency. And when that happens, it's going to kind of like awaken our pineal glands. Pretty much everybody. I mean, you have to be like on some fentanyl or some heavy psycho drugs or whatever. But if you're not on all that crap and you're pretty clear headed, pretty clear minded, I believe from all the research I've done that our pineal glands will start awakening, and when that happens, we'll be able to exercise ascension and will awaken. And at that point, I don't know what's going to happen, but it's pretty cool. I just have to say that and I don't know what I believe in, to be honest with you. I mean, I do believe in the spiritual thing. I really do. And that's kind of why I'm doing this podcast is because of that. And kind of the reason why I'm really kind of talking about politics right now, which I shouldn't be, but I am, because I see the world right now is in a struggle, and I believe that the good is going to win. But the more people that I can talk to, the more people that can listen to me, and spread, whatever seeds I can plant, we can spread the love and the knowledge of love, and to start maybe trying to help each other a little bit more and love each other a little bit more, so we can connect with this energy. And I think when that happens, I think you're going to see a big, huge change on the planet. Huge. I believe this. So, and it's in the Bible too. So, and I think I've said this on several shows. You can take ancient text, and you can take the Bible. And the ancient text was written, thousands and thousands of years before the Bible. So it doesn't really matter. But you can take both of these writings, and they pretty much all say the same thing. So just depends on how you want to look at it. Do you want to look at it in the biblical way, or do you want to look at it in a spiritual way? And I honestly believe that the spiritual way is the correct way, and I believe that the biblical way is the man way. And I believe the man way has controlling factors in it to help control mankind instead of free mankind. And that's why I don't really care for religion. That's why I like the spiritual side of things, because I think the spiritual side of things frees you up and gets you closer to God and closer to the heavens than being oppressed by some religion who's telling you that you're a sinner, who's telling you this, who's telling you all these, negative things, that you're bad and all that kind of crap. Where in spirituality, that doesn't happen. The whole point of spirituality is to open your pineal gland and to go back to God and experience fulfillment and to feel enlightenment. And I can tell you this is real from personal experiences, especially from the sound bath that I had a few weeks ago. And I'm getting ready to go do another one, I think, next week. And so I'll talk about it. I mean, I don't mind. I don't really like talking about myself, but I will go ahead and talk about the experiences that I had that I may or may not have. I don't know. But anyway, the sound bath thing was just, it was almost like if you're really not a believer in the spiritual stuff, you need to go do a sound bath because the frequencies that they do, and you can literally feel it in your body. You can feel it in your, you can almost feel it in your pineal gland. You can almost feel it in your head, in your brain sometimes. And if you want to experiment and you think I'm full of crap, and that's cool, go on YouTube and YouTube sound baths, and they got them for the chakras. There's a frequency for each chakra. I went and did the heart one, and the only thing I can tell you was I didn't really have like an out of body experience or anything like extra phenomenal, but for the next couple days after the sound bath, I felt like a lot of energy, a lot of negativity, a lot of negative energy was like, I don't know how to explain this. I know this sounds really, really weird, but it felt like it was like peeling off my brain, like bark on a tree, like all this like bad stuff. And I could feel it like when I was actually in the sound bath, and then for days after that, I got like really mellow, and I was like in this like, I can almost say euphoric state for a few days, and then from there you just kind of go like on this nice like, oh God, I can't even explain it. It's like riding on a magic carpet ride or something, but you feel like this real. You just feel like your energy is centered, and you feel like you're there, and you feel right, and um, it, I'm finding out it lasts a few weeks. So um, I don't know what chakra the next one is. I'll find out hopefully, and then I'll tune in on that one, and we'll see how the next. Because I'm hoping it's not the same chakra. Actually, it kind of. I don't know. I'm good. I'm good to do a different one, but the heart one was really good, and I can't wait to do that one again. So anyway, that's like totally left field from what we were talking about in politics. But anyway, so I believe that the spiritual side has something to do with the politics, and I believe it's our responsibility, Good Samaritan's responsibility, to help pull the country and help guide the country in the correct way, which for religious people would be in the way of God, the way, in the ways of God. And in the spiritual way, it'd be in the way of creation. So same thing. I mean, we believe in the same things, but it's just not the same. I don't know how to explain it. It's the same, but it's not. So I just don't believe that God is like a singularity or like an entity or something like that. I don't see that. I believe more of the ancient writings that God is creation itself. So that just seems more logical to me. So, and I know religion is built on faith, but spirituality is built on results. Big difference. When you get into the spiritual world, when you practice certain things and you immerse yourself in certain frequencies, you refocus your energies and your magnetic field in your body, and your body starts performing better, and your brain starts working better, and things just start happening better in your life, and things just start getting better. Whereas in the religion side, you're a sinner, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. It's all these things that control you. Whereas in the spiritual world, those things are experiences. Okay, so you went and did this. I mean, I'm not talking about things like murder or rape or stuff like that. I mean, that's just wrong. You should never ever rape or murder somebody. That's just, I don't care where it's spiritual or religion or whatever. That's just wrong. Okay, so but I'm just talking about stupid shit. Like the Mormons and cigarettes, but the Mormons really don't condemn you that much anyway. So that, like, Mormons is a bad example. But like the Catholics, when I was Catholic, oh, you did this, you got to go to confession. Why? I'm sitting there thinking, well, I fucking did it. Okay. I'm not, yeah, I feel kind of bad that I did it, but I did it. And I'm not ashamed that I did it. And I'm not, whatever. I mean, I'll answer for my action. That's cool. But I'm not going to sit there and feel sorry for myself because I did something. That's just stupid. So that's kind of, one of the things I like about spirituality is you learn how to just not do those things to begin with, because you put your mind and your body and your energy in a state that's more of a positive, constant flow. And by doing that, things in your life just start happening. And I've seen them because I know when my energy gets good, things really happen for me, and I have really good fun. but like, I'm Pisces, so that's always short lived. And then I have to have the other fish going the other freaking way. And then my life turns into shit for a little while. And then it goes back, and I go back, and I go back. But I'm used to it. It's been happening all my life. So that's just, it's life for me. And I've accepted it, and that's just the way it is. And instead of fighting it, why not learn how to work with it? So it might have taken me a long time to learn that lesson, but I'm learning it. So money isn't everything. So anyway, I got way off track there, but that's kind of fine. So anyway, so that's what I see. I see a world with either no spirituality on one side, and on the other side, religion and spirituality, which I'm okay with both of those. But on the other side, if you don't have any morals, any ethics, and you don't have any foundations or anything, and everything is just to experience all the blasphemy you can, that's not right. I mean, I'm not God. I'm not here to judge, or it's not my job to judge. But a lot of those people, they hurt people. They sex traffic. They're pedophiles, money launderers. They treat people like crap. Not a good thing. And most conservatives that I know are a lot happier than most liberals I know, which I don't understand, because they're all in control of everything and they're still not happy. So what does that say about somebody? If somebody has everything they could ever want and they're still not happy, what does that tell you? It tells me they have no spirituality. They have no faith. They have no God. They have no grounding point. They have they're empty. I think it was Tombstone, where he said he had a hole in him so big that nothing could fill it up. Was that Ringo? I think it was Ringo, when they were talking about Ringo. But that's how those people are. They got a hole in their heart, and it doesn't matter what you put in their heart. Doesn't matter what it is. They're never satisfied. It's a hunger that can never be quenched, never be satisfied. Whereas most conservative people I know, they live pretty good lives. They're happy people. They're hardworking. They have purpose in life. They have good family structures, good family values. They're either spiritual or they're religious. So I mean, like my show is supposed to be about, common sense. Just look at things common sense ways. So if you just look at things through a common sense lens on this, it's like, well, so one side, there's no crime. Everybody takes care of each other. Everybody helps each other. Society works strong. It's good. Everybody's safe. And then on the other side, there's pedophilia, there's sex trafficking, there's indoctrination, there's power hungry people, there's money hungry people. It's like there's on one side there's all this like hunger, like they're hungry and they got to eat. And on the other side, our tummies are always full. We're always satisfied because we don't take more than what we need. We only use what we need. We don't waste. And you hear about all the liberals about saving the planet and saving this and saving that, and you go look at those people and they're the most wasteful people. And then you go look at the other people and they're like, they live off the land. They only take what they need. They're happy. Their tummies are full. Their lives are full. I mean, just step back and think about this, you know. And I'm not saying one's right or one's wrong. I mean, well, I guess I kind of am because I don't think the left side is, you know, or the left way is the blasphemy way. I don't think that's the right way. And whether you're Republican or Democrat or whatever, I don't give a shit. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. But this isn't a political thing. This is a person thing. But I don't understand why these groups of these peoples are trying to do this to our society. Why are they indoctrinating our children? Why are they teaching hate in our colleges? I mean, why do we have people burning American flags in the colleges and protesting with Palestine flags? Why don't you go back to, you know, go? You don't want to be here, go there. So I don't know. I don't get it. So it's crazy world out there right now. So that's why I ask, what's next? I mean, I don't know. I mean, we'll all survive. I mean, we'll get through it. But sit back and look and see how you want your world to be next. And try to help push it, you know, in the right direction. You know, hopefully you want the country to go in the right direction. I mean, what I think is the right direction. It's not about feelings. let me get that clear. Voting is not about feelings. Voting is about the health of our country. Need to vote for the health of the country as a whole, not just one little 0.01% of the population, people. Because if you really want to say it's a democracy, then none of this shit would be happening, because these people don't even make up a percentage of the population. So what the hell? So how do you sit there and scream democracy and then you let a minority control a majority? I mean, am I missing something here? I mean, slap me, help me. I mean, what's wrong? Oh my God. So, you know, the things I see on TV today, you can't even make the shit up. Like this whole election cycle. I guarantee the best writers in the world couldn't even have thought this shit up. And I don't think it's over with. I don't think Kamala's going to be. I don't think she's going to be the nominee, and I could be totally wrong. And I just got the feeling that, because right now they're playing with the numbers, and right now they're, you know, at first it was Kamala, you know, and then Trump, and Trump's kind of coming up, and now it's kind of teetering back to Trump, and you already know within 30 days from now, Trump's numbers are going to be higher than they were on Biden's. I mean, once he hits 51%, it's fucking over. I mean, no nominee has ever got 51% and lost. That's never happened. So if you have 51% and you lose, you know shit ain't right. You know, it's like the Venezuela election. I don't know if anybody followed up on that or read anything on that. But the exit polls say that the conservative, this is almost unbelievable, 70-30. And what was his name? Madero, or I can't think. It was something. But anyway, he came out and announced himself president the next day. Even though the exit, now, okay, so let's say the exit polls are skewed a little bit. Because, you know, there's always a margin of error, right? 70% to 30% exit poll. And the guy that got 30% claimed victory? Oh my God. And what's Biden doing about it? Probably in the basement. with his little children. Oh my god! And I should have said that. I didn't mean to say that. That was wrong. But I don't know, people. Let's talk about it. Figure out which way you want our country to go, and pick a direction, and let's go. Anyway, thank you for my listening to my ADHD today. It was bad. Sorry, but I got a lot of good things in today, so I hope you enjoyed it. See you next Thursday, and have a good week. Bye.